Okay, in this question, a current carrying wire creates a magnetic field around itself as shown below. In what direction does the current flow? Okay, we want to find out the direction of current. For this, we should know about the rule of Fleming. Okay, Fleming's right hand rule. Okay, what is Fleming's right hand rule? You have to put your thumb in the direction of current. The thumb is in the direction of current. At that time, your fingers rotation, the direction of fingers will show you the direction of magnetic field. Instead of these, you can use in this type also. Put your fingers in the direction of magnetic field, your thumb will show you the direction of current. Okay, in this case, we have the direction of magnetic field, that is in this one. Okay, it can be in this one, it can be in this one, it can be in this one. In this image, we can see the direction of magnetic field is this. Okay, when we are putting our fingers in the direction of magnetic field, the direction of thumb will give you the direction of electric current. So this is the direction of thumb, and it should be the direction of electric current also, and that is why that is directed to the right. So right answer is directed to the right. Clear? Right hand rule of Fleming, that you have to remember always. Put your fingers in the direction of magnetic field, your thumb will show you the direction of electric current. Okay, next question. A 2500 kilogram van moving to the right with speed of 10 meter per second collides with a stationary food cart that is of 1000 kilogram. Okay, so we have two objects and this is the question of collision. In the question of collision, you have to remember most of the question of collision you have to solve by the law of conservation of momentum. What is the law of conservation of momentum? Total initial momentum equals to total final momentum. As you know very well that momentum equals to mass into velocity. Total initial momentum equals to total final momentum. So we are going to solve this question by the law of conservation of momentum. What is it? After the collision, the food cart moves 5 meter per second. Calculate the final velocity. Okay. First of all, we will write the law of conservation of momentum. Initial momentum is what? Initial momentum is first body. Suppose it is van. Mass of van, it is m1. Velocity of one, it is mv1. m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Let me give you the explanation of m1 v1 and m2 v2. What is m1? m1 is the mass of the first object, that is 1. v1 is the speed of the first object, that is 1. m2 is mass of the second, that is food cart, and v2 is the velocity of the second, that is food cart, equals to m1 v1 dash. What is v1 dash? v1 dash is the velocity of the one after the collision. m1 is the mass of the one, plus m2 v2 dash. What is m2? m2 is the mass of the food cart, and v2 is the velocity of v2 dash. Sorry, v2 dash. v2 dash is the velocity of the food cart after the collision. Okay, put the values which is given in the question. So m1 is the mass of the van, that is 2500, into v1 is the velocity, it is 10, plus m2 is the mass of the food cart, that is 1000. v2 is the velocity before collision, but it is 0 because it is given in the question that it is stationary, equals to m1 is the mass of the one, that is 2500. v1 dash is the velocity of the one after the collision that we want to find, and that is why it will remain as it is, v1 dash, plus m2 is the mass of the food cart, that is 1000, into v2 dash is the velocity of the food cart after the collision, and that is given 5 meter per second in the question, so it is 5. Okay, let's complete the calculation. 2500 into 10, that will become 25,000, and this is 1000 into 0, it will become 0. 2500, it will remain as it is, 2500 into v1 dash plus 5 into 1000, that will become 5000. This 5000 plus this side it will be minus, subtract from the 25,000, it will become 20,000. So here we will get 20,000 equals to 2500 into v1 dash. What we want to find is v1 dash. v1 dash is the velocity of the one after the collision. Okay, make subject it. v1 dash equals to 2500 will be this side, so it will become 20,000 divided by 2500. 0 and 0 will be cancelled out. 200 divided by 25, it will become 8. v1 dash, so unit is meter per second. So what's the final answer? v1 dash is 8 meter per second. It means that after the collision, van has the speed of 8 meter per second. So right answer is C. Okay, now the next one. In this question, it is given that a heater absorbs heat and uses it to warm a house. It does 140 joule of work on the pump and delivers the remaining 60 joule of heat to the house. It means it is using 140 joule plus 60 joule. Okay, 140 joule plus 60 joule. So we can say input energy is what? Input energy is 140 joule plus 60 joule. It is 200 joule. Okay, and output energy is what? Output is just only 60. So output is 60 joule. Clear? Okay, what do you want to calculate? What is the efficiency of this engine? Okay, remember that the formula of efficiency is always output upon input. It can be power, or it can be energy, or it can be whatever. But whenever you want to calculate the efficiency, just you have to remember that output upon input multiplied by 100 if you want in percentage. Okay, so what is output energy? Output is 60. What is input? Input is 200, that we have calculated already, and into 100. So 0 and 0 will be cancelled out. 60 divided by 2, it is simple 30. So 30% is the efficiency of this heater, and the right answer is A. Okay. Now the next, in this question, what is given? Which of the following colors of visible light has the correct arrangement from lowest to highest energy? Okay. So if you have remembered, in the previous question, we have discussed about the photoelectric effect in the earlier question. Okay, photoelectric effect, and at that time I have told you that you have to remember the series, that is Vibgyor. What is it? Vibgyor. Okay, from V to R, if you are going from V to R, the energy is decreasing. And as well as frequency is also decreasing. Okay, you have to remember this. Okay, it means if you are going from V to R, the energy is decreasing. In this question, what we want to find? From lowest to highest energy. Lowest to highest energy, it means we want to find out the arrangement from R to V. First arrangement is given green, red and violet. You can see green is here and red is here. So green has green has more energy than red. Okay, so this is not the correct arrangement for us. Violet, blue and green. Violet, blue and green. This is the correct arrangement, but for the highest energy to the lowest energy. And what we want to find here? Lowest energy to the highest energy. So this is wrong. In this case, red, yellow and indigo. Red, yellow and indigo. You can see here that this is the correct arrangement, because red is the lowest one and indigo is the highest one. So this is the correct arrangement. So this is our right answer. Okay. We can check this one also. Indigo, orange and yellow. Indigo, orange and yellow. This is not the correct arrangement. So the right answer is C, red, yellow and indigo. But you can answer this type of the question by only knowing this Vibgyor. So you have to remember this Vibgyor, and you have to remember that from V to R, energy is decreasing and frequency is decreasing. Okay. Now the next one. If 22.54 joule of heat is needed to completely melt 0.35 grams of substance, what is the latent heat of fusion of the substance? Okay, to solve this question, you should have the knowledge of latent heat. You should have the formula of latent heat. What is the formula of latent heat? That is simple. Q equals to M into L, where L is standing for the L is for the latent heat. We want to find out the latent heat. Latent heat L equals to Q upon M, where Q is the energy and M is the mass. Both are given in the question. Just you have to put the values and get the answers. Okay. So what is Q? Q is 22.54 joule. So we can write here 22.54 joule. Okay. Upon of it is needed to completely melt 0.35 grams. Okay. So what is mass? Mass is 0.35. But remember that it is in gram. Gram is the CGS unit. And it is 22.54, it is in joule. Joule is the SI unit. So we have to convert this gram to the SI unit. Okay. So what is SI unit? Gram to kilogram. So we have to convert this gram to kilogram, and that is why we will multiply it by 10 to the power minus 3. Just to have to calculate 22.54 divided by 0.35, this 10 to the power minus 3 will be plus in the numerator. Okay. So whatever the answer, do the calculation proper. 22.54 divided by 0.35, and whatever the answer, that will be your answer. Okay. So these are the 25 questions that we have completed today in this session, and this is for only concepts. As I have told you earlier, you have to remember that you have to prepare. You should prepare for the concepts only, not the questions. Okay. I will give you the more questions for the assignments, for the practice. You have to solve it by yourself, and if you have question, you can ask me. Okay. So good luck to all of you for the Nmat examination. We will meet again in the next session.